Is there going to be a second wave of illness coming up this fall? I hope not. You've had 2 months to slow down your life and rethink things. Have you been doing that? Hi, I'm Dr. Lisa Ann Homick from Homick Advanced Chiropractic, and this is Brain Snob, episode number 88. I'm glad you're here today. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for putting up with some of the quirky things I say and my funny mnemonics and whatever, but I'm here because I get overexcited about health and how to promote health and how to help you change your life for the better, because your brain makes your body and you make your life, and we need your full participation in the world. You can't do that with an impaired brain. In fact, an impaired brain, or a drained brain, if you have brain drain, as I like to call it, is a disease magnet. But a performing brain can change the world. And I'm putting you on the spot right now to do great things in the world. And if we're all chipping in, what an awesome world it's going to be. And if you know how your brain works, you can give yourself amazing life experiences. So now you've been home for 2 months, or your whole life has slowed down. And this is look back time. What have you done during those 2 months? And I looked back myself and I said, I've done some things pretty well. I've cleaned up a lot of areas of my home. I've been organizing, and I did get some good sleep. Some nights it's kind of iffy because we still have some concerns and worries about what's going on. But I think it's time for me to get a little bit more conscientious, get that to-do list built up, and do some more things to improve my life. And let's talk about some of the things that we may have done. Have you used these last 2 months of slowdown to your benefit? Because everything is closed. You can't go to shows, you can't go to the movies, you can't go to the large events, you can't shop after 8 or 9 o'clock at night because everything is closing early. So our whole timeline has changed. So I hope you're getting more sleep. That's valuable. And we have a sleep bankruptcy ideal. Sometimes we think it's cool to not get enough sleep, but the brain needs it. Your brain reorganizes during sleep. In fact, you have a completely different lymphatic system in your brain, and it's pretty wild how it works. We've got to take care of that. So get more sleep. Are you outdoors more? It's been a little bit chilly in here, upstate New York here, but we've had some beautiful days. The leaves are coming out. They're not fully in high leaf proportions, but it's starting to get prettier. There's a lot of buds and blossoms. Are you getting outdoors more? Because I think you've missed that. Being inside so much, working so much, and being involved in so many activities that leave you indoors under those fluorescent icky lights and not seeing enough sunshine. Get outside more, absolutely. Are you getting more exercise during this 2-month slowdown? I hope so, even if it's just walking. Walking really is very excellent and adequate for boosting your health. How about more healthy mental preoccupations? What does that mean? Let me try to explain that. There's no board meetings right now. There might be some Zoom meetings, I suppose, but you're not having to keep up with an excessive schedule of meetings. The extracurricular activities have all shut down, and the sports, your kids' sports, they're done, as well as school being done. So there's a lot less of juggling right now, a lot less of that going on. You miss it. There's some parts that you miss, but let's be really honest about the excessive scheduling we've crammed into our lives. Can we do it a little bit differently after all this, it goes away and we are re-entering the rest of our lives? And we don't have to be on this kind of a slow down, shut down, stay home, stay safe, whatever they're calling, safer at home, whatever they're calling it nowadays. How about, are you having more real time with family? Instead of rushing here, rushing there, you're in and out of the car. Are you having real conversations with your kids? I know I am. What a difference. What a difference. And are you making more time for your other relationships? Maybe people you don't see regularly, but you're on the internet with them more, or you're on the phone with them more. I think we have more time, authentic time, with our family members and our friends. We may not be at the bars or at the restaurants hanging out together, but we still have time to be with our friends and talk to each other and support each other. I do realize it's still a stressful time. People are worrying about their jobs, their finances. We still have that going on, but let's make good from this slowdown. Let's find the good side to it, so we're not driving ourselves insane with worry. This second wave of illness, is it going to come in the fall, like they say? Well, I guess it will if you've ignored your immune system, because we've had 2 months to really rebuild our immune system. And I want you to continue. And if you haven't really thought of it, today's the day to think of it, because we're still in May. And that second wave does not have to happen. It may be a self-fulfilling prophecy, because that's all you hear on the news. More. Sickness is coming. Sickness is coming. Get yourself ready. You didn't skirt it this time. You're next. I've had enough of the news. So I've turned it off. I read news, and that way I can just decide what I want to read. But what are you going to do for your immune system right now? I'm going to tell you. I'm going to give you some guidance and some hints here. You've got to move your brain, feed your brain, and talk to your brain. That's the BFA protocol. I teach that. Those are the 3 doorways that you go through, so you can have that empowerment, so you can experience what a healthy brain can do for you. So to move the brain, well, a lot of chiropractic care. Chiropractic adjustments are going to calm the nervous system. You've got to get out of the fight or flight, because you can't even make decent decisions if you're still in protection mode. If your body is in heavy fight or flight, you can't change your lifestyle. You can't think about healthier things. You're stuck. And you are more in tune into your addictions, whether it's food, or whether it's an activity, or whether it's spending money. If you're in that state of fight or flight, you can't slow yourself down and use the prefrontal cortex to discern and make changes. Chiropractic adjustments help that. They rebalance your brain waves so you can be at the healthier state of cognition and memory and metabolism and healing. Let's get those chiropractic adjustments in. Also, you need to exercise. You don't have to go crazy with CrossFit, but you have to move in comfortable fashion so your joints are constantly moving, because that boosts your brain. Your spine is a windmill energizing the brain, so the spine has to keep moving. So whatever gentle exercises you're doing and your chiropractic care, you're going to succeed with that. And you need your sleep, and I've already talked about sleep before. Now, feeding the brain, it sounds like diet, so the things you put in your body, but we also have to think of the things that don't belong in our body. So we have to give ourselves nutrients, and we've got to get rid of toxins. We can avoid toxins, that's number 1, but number 2, we have to detox what's already trapped in our bodies. So a detoxification protocol, and I teach that as part of the BFA protocol. We have to get some of the chemicals out of our lives that we think we need but are damaging, like Tylenol. Can I mention that? Tylenol shuts down your glutathione, the number 1 antioxidant that protects you from illness and protects you from disease. So maybe if we can get you functioning better, you don't feel like you have to rely on the Tylenol and the other pain relievers. Those side effects are horrendous, and they're going to keep you in that state of the pre-existing conditions that are causing the problems with this current infection. Understand that if we can get you off of the medications that are called maintenance medications but aren't improving your health, we can do that with the right diet. And maybe this is the time to consider the actual correct diet. Unfortunately, I mentioned this in the other video, we've got to get the processed foods out. So we need to replace it with something better. Foods you still will love and will feed you and be nutrient dense, but they're not the processed foods that are causing the problems. I teach that. And we figure out what you need and how to do it in a fashion that's doable. Not too quick, not too slow, if that makes any sense. We want you to have rapid success, but we don't want to do it in a way that makes you nervous and upset. That kind of defeats the purpose. We want your nervous system to stay calm. People want to lose weight. That's probably very important for immune system health. But sometimes you've got to lose weight last, because first we have to boost your cellular function. And the weight is the last thing to go. The excessive weight, I should say. So it's okay. Losing weight is your last goal. I know it's the one you want to have happen right away, but we got to get you back into the healing mode so that you don't need to have that excessive fat on your body, which is full of inflammation. Body fat is inflammation that's constantly going, like a heater. It's just pushing out inflammation. We can change that. And we've got time, because our lives are still slowed down. And sometimes with that slowing down, the things that are off your plate are going to give you time to do these things. So don't be nervous and don't shy away from it. It's okay. Let's dive in together. And the BFA protocol is designed to be at your pace so that you can feel confident and empowered. And as I said, we got to get the toxins out of your body, but we have to boost up your body's detoxification system. So try to avoid the preservatives and the chemicals in your food. Try to avoid environmental toxins, cigarette smoking. Try to avoid all that. But we can work on that in a paced for your abilities and keep you going. We want to keep you going. And then talk to your brain. How do we do that? You learn new information about yourself. You've got the healing power. You learn how to tap into it. You may be a stranger to your own body. I want to reacquaint you with your body, with the good parts of your body. It's all good. Some of it is just overly stressed and dysfunctional and not doing what you want it to do, but you've got that healing power, that innate intelligence. We have to give it a little boost. It's there 24 hours a day. You may not feel like it, but we can get it going again and be in a partnership with your own innate healing. So there's a lot of self-talk that can help you get there. Learning more about how the body works and realizing that, yes, that's you. It's not just everybody else. You have that healing ability. And then learning better management techniques. Stress management techniques, and it can be anything from how you deal with disappointment, how you try to avoid snapping at everything when you're upset, and having a short fuse, to what else? Just feeling better about yourself, because if you don't feel good about yourself, everybody knows, and they're getting the brunt of it. So these are stress management techniques, not only to help yourself and to help your health, but everybody else around you benefits. And that is important because we're spending more time with our family if we're living in the same household. And we got to cut each other a break and help each other out. And we're learning how to be helpful to each other, because when we're running on autopilot day in and day out, we lose sight of what's really important. And I think we've lost sight of the immune system and how to take care of it. We've actually lost sight of how to really prevent illness. A lot of things are so commonplace in our lifestyle, and it may have been there since the day we were born, but it's killing us, and we've got to make peace with our modern world. And I want to teach that to you with the BFA protocol. So, what do you do next? You ask me, what's the BFA protocol? And you can have the template for your healing journey. It's a map. If you're on, you always take a map. when you're going somewhere important and you set your itinerary, and I've got that map for you, the BFA map. You read the, there goes my battery, you read the blog and check out the other videos, but come on in and have a conversation with me. I want you to be a ripple effect in your community, and let's start today. Thanks for watching.